So what shape does he leave Liverpool in, Daniel?
Well, I mean, you know, we were talking about contracts, players. I think, firstly, the new manager will come in and probably take control of a team that was in a better position than what Jurgen had took over in. Of course, you know, from a personnel perspective, the team's in good shape. They've got a winning mentality, a team that's hungry to succeed. You know, great structure of a football club. But clearly there's going to be a manager that will want to come in, as we've seen at various different clubs, and want to buy players that fits into his system. And with the contracts and those types of things that are going to be running down, it's going to be a transitional phase, I would say. I don't know if it'll be seamless.
Let's have a look at those.
How do you follow it? I mean, that's the thing, David. You've got, if you only got to look in history, you've got trying to follow Sir Alex Ferguson, trying to follow Arsene Wenger. It's been impossible, really. And even now, you look at how long it's taken for those clubs to transition and win, you know, titles since. And it's going to be the same with Jurgen Klopp. Now, the one that I guess he would never say it publicly, but if it is Arne Slot coming in, I'm sure he thinks to himself, I'm really pleased they've not won 3 or 4 trophies this year.
Does that make it harder?
Absolutely. It makes it marginally easier, you know, just a little bit. Not a lot, but it makes it just a little bit easier for you to come in here and transition and hopefully get the players in. The one thing is, when you look at the contract situation, there are players that have got, like, obviously, Trent and Virgil van Dijk, have only got a year left of their contract. The conversations will be going on with him and saying, right, who do you want to keep? Now, I can only imagine Thiago will be obviously leaving, maybe going somewhere else. Joe Matip with injuries, obviously had a great career here. The main one is your captain, Virgil van Dijk. You know, what are you going to do with him? You know, that's a really key one. He'll obviously have respect for him as a player. And Mo Salah, I wouldn't be surprised if Mo Salah goes in the summer. I can see that now. He's 32 in June. I wouldn't be surprised if, and I think with Liverpool maybe getting the money, the right money, and they're not going to say they're going to sell him, but I could just see, looked like he was going to go last year. Trent, 25 years of age. What do you think about that one, Daniel?
That's a tough one, because I think all the top clubs around Europe are going to be sniffing, and then you've got Liverpool, who I think they've got to do everything in their power to get him to sign on the dotted line, because you can't lose a man of Trent's, you know, he's from the city, you know, we're talking guys like Stevie G and Jamie Carragher who have represented one club, and I think that's what you kind of want for Trent, I think. And I think if they lost him, I think, of course, Mo and Verge, they're guys that, you know, they've brought in, they've been absolutely world-class for the football club. But the local lad in Trent who's become a superstar at the football club, he's the one that you want to make sure...
You don't want to be you don't want to be letting them leave for free. That's the key. You have to make sure you get some kind of fee for players. If you speak to them and say, look, I'm not going to sign a contract in the summer, then you have to cash in.
Roy, if you were the manager coming in now, would you be fighting to keep Virgil van Dijk and Mo Salah beyond the 18 months they have left?
Yeah, you would try, but obviously a new manager's got to get into the building and get a feed for the group of players. Salah's an interesting one, because, again, sometimes a player might say, listen, I've had my time here, I want a new challenge. But, of course, the key is getting your top players signed up, and you can't be letting them walk out the door and they're free. But there'll be lots of changes. New manager, new staff coming in. There's obviously been changes at board level, who's going to be making the decisions. So it's certainly a big summer coming up for Liverpool Football Club, without a doubt.
We've spoken so much about how well Liverpool's been run. I'm actually amazed that so many of those players have sort of got to a year left of their contract. You know, especially, you know, you look at Trent, who's only 25.
The players are in control of that, Jamie.
Yeah.
The players are in control. Maybe they have been approached by the club over the last few months, but some players say, I'll wait till the summer, and the agents, they play all these games.
Not rarely you get to 1 year, though, is it?
Well, but it happens. But the players are in control of that. It's not up to Liverpool. The players will decide when they're going to sit down and discuss contracts, or if they're going to stay on. Players are in total control, particularly when you get to last year. They're in total control of the situation, not Liverpool, so it'll be up to the players.